Welcome to our 7th theory video for From Season 3. I am Dan, that is Jules, that is Xander, and that is Billy. And what we do here is we read your comments, we react to them, and if you want to get in these theory videos, all you got to do, watch our content, watch our weekly recaps, comment your theories below, and we pick the best ones. And if you want to be in the video, we have 2 video submissions today. Just DM us or tag us on Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok at Scene Invaders, and you could be actually in the video. It's a fun way to get you guys involved. But before we start, I gotta say real quick, there's a lot of spoilers out there for this season. Stay away from them. And if you want to post them, I'm gonna delete them. We don't want to know the spoilers. We want to have fun predicting this shit. That's the point of it, right? Stay away from the spoilers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, kick rocks, losers.
Dan, I don't even like watching the previews
trailers.
for the next episode.
Yeah,
Like,
Jules will come on the trailer video.
Yeah. But here on Scene Invaders, we're not going to do that. We're going to have fun with you guys, theorizing, trying to figure out on our own, the fun way, right? So let's kick this off. We got a video from Jasmine, and then we have her response on Instagram because she showed her video to a coworker who disagreed. So Jules is going to read that comment afterwards. Here we go, Jasmine.
Hi, FROMily. So I have 3 theories for you guys. All right, my first theory is about Miss Fatima. When they dissected Mr. Smiley, cicadas came out of him. So what if Fatima has cicadas inside of her? That could be what she's feeling, her belly growing, and they could be eating her from the inside out. That's like step 1 of turning to a monster. This is all included in step 1 of becoming a monster. Like the rotten food, you liking blood. Now it seemed like all the liquid and fluids just in her body is drying up like the inside of Mr. Smiley. The way her stomach looked, I think cicadas are in her. That's step 1. Also, the sudden anger and irritability she has. Yeah. Also, I think the room that Elgin found, the dead body in there, could be Christopher. But I also thought of this. Why does the corpse have the same clothes as Tilly? The same clothes. All right, last theory. I think the noise that we're hearing in the forest could be big footsteps of either spiders, because we saw spider webs in that one episode with Boyd and Sarah, and he saw Abby in them, or aliens. All right, that's all for now. Let me know what y'all think.
On the Fatima thing with the fluids or her insides being cicadas, remember the IV, her body rejected it. So her insides drying out makes sense. I like that one a lot.
I was going to say, I like that connection. I didn't make that one myself, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I think my favorite would be aliens. If this show just took a hard left turn.
Wouldn't that be great?
That's what I was going to say. I literally
be
want
like Sugar. Be like Sugar. Remember that?
Sugar shows up. It's actually just Sugar.
Yeah. I've seen like weird amounts of hate for this season online. So maybe the spoilers are that it's aliens, and everybody's like, "What the heck?" And I'd be in, man.
I don't get the hate, man. I love this season. I think it's great. I love this show.
It's the best by
It's so
far.
good.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. Yeah, every week I'm like, I need more. So I don't get the hate at all.
Do you think the hate is from people who've seen like the leaked stuff?
No, it's from like a bunch of people who are watching along with it too.
I don't know. I like it.
Unless you were really into Jim, and you're just sad that this is a light
feel like
Jim
that
season.
Can't be enough people for it to matter.
Nobody, including Jim himself.
So Jasmine wanted to clear some things up with someone that disagreed with her. So let's see what she had to say.
Didn't Boyd give his son Ellis a blood transfusion? Remember, my blood is your blood. I mean, if it isn't cicadas in her and she isn't turning to a monster, I believe she's having a monster baby, and it's like a reincarnation of Smiley Monster. Another theory, I believe Randall is the man in yellow. If you look at the painting of him, he has the same scar on his face as Randall does right now.
Randall being the man in yellow will be some wild shit.
That'd be fucking crazy.
Yeah.
If they're doing like the everyone fits into a role kind of repeating type thing that we think they're doing, it could make sense. Randall is the man in yellow. Yeah. Or maybe he just knows what's going on and he's just been playing everyone this whole time.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to get into it with the other comments for sure.
Yeah.
But the idea that there is a passing of the roles, if it's not reincarnation, we're saying that we'll get to the Angui kids, we'll get to some of the other roles, the boy in white, etc. And we've talked about that in some of the other theory videos, who we think the new boy in white would be. Again, I think this has credence. I think it can be the cicadas. It would be cool to see that maybe the cicadas are like the baby versions of the Smiley monsters or something of that nature. There's some level to it.
And I think it's interesting too. Like, I wonder if there's a connection to Randall's cicadas that he sees.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
could
true
be.
too.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of great comments here, and she pointed on the dead person looking like Tilly. Someone says they look like someone else later, so stay tuned. We got a lot of good stuff. So, Backface, what do you got?
This is from R. Collins 4958. I think Randall, Julie, and Mary are Ankui kids. They all were messed up by the same way at the same time. Randall and Julie felt something pulling them to those old ruins. Only way to know is to see how Mary would react to being near the ruins. Tilly's last words seem like she knew what was happening to Fatima because she told her to run. Also, didn't Tilly give away her morphine to the clinic? LOL, could Tilly be Jasper since everyone gets recycled? Now that she's gone, will Jasper talk? Shrug emoji.
Oh, he did the emoji.
That's my move.
Yeah, taking Billy's move. Yeah, I don't know. I still stick to Jade can be the only one to talk to Jasper. I'm just sticking with that.
Yeah.
I think, the Christopher Jade thing is right in front of your face, so why not believe it type of thing. But, maybe we'll see what we're going to find out next week. Tilly's gone. You saw in the trailer breakdown. If you guys didn't see it, Billy and Xander did a trailer breakdown for episode 8, so check that out. And they talk about all that type of thing. So yeah, anything's possible, I guess.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see when all three of them get together what happens, because maybe memories start to come back. They start to piece things together.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen all three of them together since that, have we?
Yeah, Mary's sticking to herself, man. She really doesn't want anything to do with anything. She's really sticking to herself.
She's been through a lot.
The Angui kids kind of making themselves a lot more present now. It's kind of getting into the back half of the season, especially that they're harassing Tabitha. Now we're getting everything about Tabitha, whether it was her reincarnated self or the past version of her. The girl before her was an Angui kid that probably got away, wasn't with there's going to be some kind of connection there. So again, we're really pushing hard. My theory has always been, and I don't know who it's going to be, but at the end of the season, we will get, and we'll say it's first time in the video, a Lost-esque reveal that either one of the characters we know, and we'll talk about we can talk about the police officer more, or one of the ones we've known for a while is actually a grown-up version of someone else we've already met, right? There's going to be some kind of, when I don't think it's time travel, I think it's like we've talked about, Dan, like distortion, like it moves differently in different spots, right? Camden versus the town, right? So it's kind of where I land on that.
There's a really cool one about Acosta coming up later on, but I had to laugh. If you guys noticed Jules making a face during the Lost reference, she hasn't watched Lost, and she needs to. All of us have.
I'm going to. How many times
She's
have
going
I tell
to.
you guys this?
She's going to.
All right,
So-
Bill.
It's been
Just be
20
ready to
years.
cry. Every time I watch that show, I bawl.
Yeah, I
So-
binged the shit out of it. It's a great show.
Next person is at ShayMikes9141. All right, look, this finna mess your all heads up 100. Fatima is pregnant when she was in bed and she hadn't eaten in a few days, so the town scared her by making her hallucinate she was too skinny. Later, when she was about to eat in the shed, she stopped herself, so the town started messing with her again. Instead, Tilly interfered and died. Now I feel like she carrying a baby for the kimono woman. When Elgin gets to the cellar, he says, "So this is where it happens," referring to the baby being born there. And as we know, that's where he leads her in the next episode.
He does do that. It's in the trailer. Sorry, Jules. Spoiler. That's happening this episode.
Okay, I know that part, all right? We talked about it
Okay.
last time.
Well, the last time we did this video, we had to do it over again.
Oh, fuck. I forgot they don't know that.
Breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah, breaking the fourth wall. Yeah, good theory here. I like it. We'll see. Anything else you guys got on this one?
I still think there's a baby in there. Or there's no baby in there. I still think
No
there's no
baby.
baby. I could see Elgin be referencing like this is where the kimono woman becomes the kimono woman. Maybe like she's telling Elgin her story and Fatima is the next version of her kind of thing.
So your team Fatima turns into Kimono Lady? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, I don't know if she's gonna go monster anymore. Maybe, I don't know. All of it feels like a fake out. It's going to be some answer
It does,
we haven't
doesn't
even
it?
thought of yet. Yeah.
It just feels so extreme, and I just feel like they're going to be like, "Skrr."
I haven't trusted Kimono Woman since the jump. And I do think the more and more it is a misdirection. Maybe the Kimono Woman can take multiple forms, right? And is used their Kimono
okay, I like
Ghost
that.
Fatima is just the way to influence Elgin the most because maybe, like we've said, there's a connection to Elgin. You
Right.
know?
Could
Yeah.
be the boy in white.
What if
Could be the boy in white. Yeah.
What if again how we've gotten so into the there is no baby and like they do the ultrasound and there's no baby? Then what if she gives birth to a baby? Like that would even be more sick now because it wasn't in the
measuring-
ultrasound.
Surprise! It's twins.
She said her stomach is getting bigger. She's measuring
That would
it,
be wild.
you know? So
That'd
it
be
is
crazy.
possible.
If
Gotta
Fatima
keep that
has
in
a
mind.
baby, we will do an episode of Baby Shower for Fatima
Yeah, baby shower for
on the
Fatima.
channel.
Yay!
Yeah. Next one Jules is going to lead right into our next fan video. And I think it's really cool, these two connections. So what do you got, Jules?
All right, so this is from Revamp Tunes. I think the cellar that Elgin is in is the same one Victor was in. I think that body is Christopher's, and maybe he was killed by Victor in self-defense somehow. If you notice, the body was covered up, and the flashback to when Victor comes out that cellar as a boy, he was dirty, like he had been doing something. Maybe the puppet will refresh his memory in a future episode.
The puppet is definitely going to refresh his memories on some shit. That's
Yeah.
the whole point, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the whole point of
Yeah.
Jasper.
Yeah.
So that's happening for sure.
Yeah, but like, to
what-
what extent do you think?
To what extent? That's the question. You know,
I think it's gonna floodgates.
I hope, you know what I hope we see? I hope we see that slaughter exactly how it happened. I hope
I
they
think so
show
too.
us it. A full, like 8-minute scene of how that night
Oh.
went down.
You're gonna
Me
that would be a
too.
great premiere of the season. Start the
For next
with it.
season?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Season 4, the whole
Oh.
town.
Yeah.
Or
getting
or
massacred.
season 5. That could even more so be like season 5 where you finally see the whole
Oh, that's
thing,
true. I keep
maybe.
forgetting that we have, what, 2 more seasons?
Two more seasons. Yeah. I wish
I
there was
feel
one
like-
more.
This whole crew is hardcore enough that they already shot that entire sequence.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
it's just
yeah.
sitting
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Waiting
Well,
to see the
you
light of day.
you had a theory that they did do that before because they don't want young Victor to age out of his role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they probably did if you think of it that way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
So
doubt
that-
it.
A lot of young
Oh.
Victor B-roll.
I mean, especially if they already have 5 seasons planned out, like, why not?
Yeah, why not? Just get it. Oh, I want to see that so bad.
For the beginning of this comment, that is definitely the cellar that Victor was in. I think we've only
Yeah.
seen one
Yeah,
cellar,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's
For
always
sure.
the same cellar. Yeah.
100%. Yeah, 100%. Now check out this fan video from Tanner, who's also in our Discord. We have a special running, 20 more spots left for the $1 tier on Discord. If you want to join, you can talk to Tanner. You can talk to all of us. It's a great time. So check this out from Tanner.
Hey, welcome back, folks. This is Tanner, Battle Damage Props here with another theory proving that I have way too much time on my hands and I may be slowly going crazy. All right, let's start with last episode. I want to talk about when Elgin entered that room. Before he even gets into the room, let's talk about the door. It was painted red. Why is that important? A red door has significance across many cultures. In China, it has to do with feng shui and positive energy. In America, a red door signified that a house was involved in the Underground Railroad. In Ireland, it's used to ward off evil spirits. In Scotland, it was used to show that your mortgage was paid off. Also in Judaism, during Passover, in order to protect from the angel of death, they would mark the doors with blood of a lamb. In Catholicism, churches had doors that are painted red to possibly signify the blood of Christ, also known as the Lamb of God. Now, when we get into the room itself, what do we see? It's kind of a Spartan room, very sparse in furnishings. You have a bed, you have candles, you have a few other things. There seemed to be an electrical box on the wall. On the walls, there was weird stains, possibly blood stains, but it didn't look like a room that was used to contain people. There wasn't any cuffs or there wasn't any ropes. There wasn't anything like that. So I think this was a room for preparation or contemplation that somebody would go to. Now let's discuss the body that was there. It appeared to be an older man. You could see a beard on him, bit of growth, balding hairline. It happens. The thing about this body is the shirt actually kind of resembles Jade's shirt from when he first showed up, but it isn't the same shirt. It is different. There's patterns on it when you look in real close. That Jade's shirt didn't happen, but just a coincidence that it's a striped shirt that kind of resembles his. Let's talk about the markings and wounds on the body. The shirt, the clothing seems chewed up. That could be by rats, but when you look real close at that spot right there, there's a small incision and dark patchy area that looks like dried blood. I believe that was pre-mortem because your blood's going to congeal about 8 to 12 hours after death. So anything in the other areas where it was all chewed up, you don't really see those stains. So I believe that this person was stabbed, killed, bled out there, and the killer put a blanket on them. Maybe they had some sort of relationship with this person, a familiarity, but usually when someone does that, it's because of a sense of shame. They don't want to see that body. It could be an act of kindness. Who could this be? It could possibly be Christopher. Perhaps maybe Miranda killed this guy in an act of desperation. He seemed to be going nuts. Maybe she did to protect her kids, but then why would she throw them in the cellar? She must have known something about that place. Maybe she was the only one that was aware of it besides Christopher, but she had to have a reason to believe that putting her kids in there would keep them absolutely 100% safe. It could also be Elgin's previous incarnation. I think we're leaning towards incarnations being a thing of the show now. It's really the reason why Tabitha knows what she knows. These are kind of guesses at this point. But I'll tell you what I would do. I would drag Victor's ass in there and get him to ID that person. They are not using Victor enough. Anytime I had a question, I would just drag Victor there. That guy has answers that people need. Drag him in there, point at that body. Like, Victor, who is that guy? Oh, that's Tom. He used to be the barber here. Victor's holding on to secrets. Anyways, that's my theory. Take care.
I love his Victor.
Yeah,
I love his
Tanner.
Victor impression. Is so
He's
good.
awesome. I love it.
Yeah, you guys have some solid competition if you want to beat Tanner in the fan video submissions. But I would love you guys to send them in. They make these theory videos more fun. So you got 3 episodes left. Get your videos in. Get on this. Get in these videos. It's a lot of fun. So first off, I want to say, so we had someone say it looked like Tilly. Now he said it looks like Jade, but the shirt is different because he zoomed in on the shirt, different pattern. So I'm going with it's Christopher.
I don't think it's anyone we've met. I was thinking maybe it's the kimono lady sacrificed someone to become the kimono lady. Maybe Elgin bringing Fatima down there. She's going to shank him a little bit and leave him down there to die. And
I like that. So it's like that previous cycle.
Yeah. Jules was saying, I think this was before the call. Jules was saying that you couldn't put yourself in that room and push that dresser in front of the door.
Yeah.
Someone has to do it for you.
Yeah.
And if you're a fully grown man who isn't injured in any way or doesn't want to stay in there, you're going to be able to push your way past that door. It was unlocked, so you could just pop it open and push a little. So I'm assuming it's someone that died in that room and was shut into that room.
Yeah, like it was someone that they wanted to keep in, not out. Yeah.
There could be they're talking about reincarnation, so it's worth bringing up. Like we said, it could be the former version of Elgin. Right. And that's why he's like, oh, this is where it happened, because he can remember it. He can access his old memories. Right. I don't know. Maybe as I'm saying this, maybe the Banshee woman is someone from his memories, from his past versions. There's something with her and him.
I'm wondering if he also had some kind of like dreams or something.
When he showed up on the bus. Yeah.
On the bus.
Right.
Yeah. He was like, no. We got to go. But it's already too late.
Right.
He's already started a tree. Yeah. So he's like one of the chosen.
The red door is super interesting, though. Maybe it's like a part of a spell to keep someone in. It's also like the red rocks.
The red rocks.
Yeah. It could be something tied to that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's keeping something in for sure.
Maybe there's a monster. Maybe that's one of the monsters. We never even thought of that. Maybe it's one of the monsters that's like been locked in there and stays dead, but they opened it up. So now it's...
Maybe he's supposed to lock Fatima in there, but he can't. He doesn't have like the heart to do it. And then she does turn the monster. Like that's like he knows is where he's supposed to do, but he doesn't do it. Like that's the type of thing we can see happen.
Too nice.
Okay.
He's too nice. All right, we got a couple more here that are awesome, especially the last one. So stay tuned to the end. All right, Bag. Sorry. All right, Xander, what do we got next? I go back and forth.
It's all good. Everyone understands. All right, this one's from Ashley Rebecca 3991. I still wonder if people's fears and nightmares become parts of the town. It's been implying that people are destined or cursed to come into the town due to the visions and nightmares they've had before coming to town, like Abby, Miranda, and Tabitha. But what if it's the other way around? What if those skull statues and rocks are only in the town because of Tabitha's nightmares? Maybe it was such a terrifying recurring dream for her. It's been a subconscious fear of hers all of her life. Therefore, it became part of the town only once she got to town. That one's sweet.
Okay.
Never thought of it that way.
I like that.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
So I would
Like,
assume that means like they would like compile from everybody who's been in the town, right?
you would think.
All
yeah.
the past people that got killed, all their
Yeah.
Like so, like
nightmares
someone
are still
has
there.
like a really, really bad fear of gigantic spiders.
That's
Yeah.
a fair fear. That could also mean the monsters were someone's nightmare.
The monsters themselves. Yeah.
The monsters themselves could be a creation of someone else's nightmare.
And whatever the looming threat that they keep hearing by the lake, which could be spiders, like Jasmine said, or aliens. Like it's all out there. Who knows?
I kind of hope it's the spiders. I feel
Yeah.
like we didn't get enough about the spiders.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely
It
not.
was-
It was just
It was a
little-
weird thing to glaze over. Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as there's
Them-
something after spiders, like spiders can't be the final thing.
Can't be the final boss. Yeah.
No way.
It's like
No,
that
it's
Superman
just
movie.
spiders.
Superman movie that got scrapped.
No, it's just the big spider from Harry Potter that lives in the.
Or like the
In the
big
woods.
Stranger Things spider.
Oh God. Next up is from Sour Agit Deb 4871. I have a theory not related to episode 7, but here it is. The missing motel that Henry mentions about are the Monster Cave tunnel systems. When they found Jasper, there was a dining table, couple of chairs, flower vase, I guess, and it seemed like a room-like structure led by narrow and claustrophobic tunnels like corridors that lead to multiple rooms. And when Jade sees the symbol structure upwards while in the tunnel system in the last season, it seemed like a glass structure designed similar to Sanctum Sanctorum in Doctor Strange, very similar. Also, the tunnel system is theoretically under the town, so it is possible that the motel is right there, just not where they can see it or not where they think. No one's ever said that before, so we had to shout it out.
Love that idea.
Yeah.
Love that idea.
And they all just chill in the motel at night or
And
during
it
the
makes
day.
sense. That makes so much sense.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that would be so cool if you got a scene of a motel and you come to realize slowly that the guests are the monsters. That would
Guests
be
are the
such a
monsters,
cool
yeah.
scene.
That's where they are.
That would be
really
really
cool.
cool.
When they're in the tunnels and like when Victor goes down, you only see a couple of the monsters, right? And there's way more than
Right.
that. So where are the rest of them? That's my question.
In their
Well,
rooms. They're
yeah,
in
in
their
their
rooms.
they're in the rooms.
It kind of ties into the last theory too, with everyone's nightmares being what come to life kind of thing. You know, when you've been gone long enough, maybe your nightmare just starts to sink into this place. That's what the ruins could be, where like Julie and Randall, it just
Mhm.
deteriorates eventually.
Well, yeah, and
Oh, I like
even
that.
the
Yeah.
monsters, like we've talked about in the early theories or an early theory video that that Victor is afraid of the dummies, right? Of like the ventriloquist dummies. Well, we don't know until we fully get the flashback that the smile monsters existed before everyone got killed, right? Like maybe it's Victor's nightmare and they all come back as the smile monsters, right?
Mm.
Like there's something that gives credence to that idea as well. So
Yeah. Well, that you think Jasper's going to reveal some of that info at least?
yeah, I mean, Jasper's going to tell. The whole idea is like once he unlocks Victor, I feel like I'm afraid for Victor. I've always said that. I'm afraid for
Yeah.
Victor. I don't know I think Victor will find everything out. I don't know if either we don't find everything out when he does or we do, but then something happens to him and the rest of the crew doesn't get that vital information. So I'm not sure. I kind of lean towards we probably won't know everything he found out because that's kind of how this show leans. We don't usually have more information than the characters, but and tell people like comment, let me know. Like I'm afraid for Victor, straight up.
Yeah.
I could see them doing something to Victor where maybe he has to run and he ends up going through a faraway tree and he's just out in the middle of nowhere for like he'll get his vital information and then he won't make it back to everyone, but he won't die kind of thing.
But do we find out the
I like
information?
that better though, because I
No.
really don't want to.
I don't know. I could see us finding it out, but like the stress could be that Victor doesn't get it back to everyone and it's like crucial shit.
Shit. Damn it.
Mm.
Now I'm scared for Victor.
Spiders.
I was more scared for Henry at first.
It's
That
all
Henry's gonna
spiders.
die.
Guys, they're just spiders.
Spiders and aliens, people. That's what you get. All right, now this one is fantastic. He was in the last theory video also. So, Bill, blow our minds.
Okay, so this is a two-parter. This one's pretty long, so bear with us. This is from Fletcher the Chromonacle. I hope you talk about this on the next theories video. Prayer emoji, prayer emoji, prayer emoji. So this theory will sound nuts in the beginning, but just listen. Samantha Brown, Acosta's actress, told on an interview that the showrunners don't let her reveal Acosta's first name, which means Acosta's first name is major to the plot. What if Tabitha wasn't supposed to find just Henry, Victor's father, but also his sister, Eloise? Now, in the latest episode, Acosta told Kenny that she actually doesn't have family at home. My theory is that she might have traveled through time and ended up in the real world, but at a different timeline, which explains her age difference from Victor. How did she travel through time? Victor said she found Miranda's body near the bottle tree, and we see Eloise going after Miranda when Victor stayed in the cellar. I believe Miranda is found near the bottle tree because she sacrificed herself for Eloise to enter and got killed by the monsters that were chasing them both. She ends up in Camden, but in the future. That explains how Henry didn't find her, because he was looking for a little kid. And that little kid only shows up in the future and probably ends up in an orphanage. Like she told Kenny, she doesn't have family at home. It's a wild one, but I'll stick to it until I have either confirmation or denied from the show. What do y'all think?
This is why you don't read spoilers.
This
This is the fun of it. This is great.
Into it. Perfect.
Why hide the first name? Yeah.
Yeah, well, first name really matters. I don't think it's going to be the mom. The mom is just like too much. But the finding out the sister and that she knows more, because again, too, like think about how she interacts with Boyd. Like he's got her gun and she's just got this shit eating grin on her face the whole time. Like, dude, I know way more than you. Right. Like it's, oh my God. And it fits in what I was saying earlier. Like we're going to find out somebody is someone we knew, and why we don't we know her name. Like I think it's perfect.
I don't know if it would be Victor's sister though, only because she acted really surprised by the monsters when she showed up, like Acosta did, assuming that she had never seen, vampire things in her life before. It kind of played like that. And you'd think if that happened when you were a little girl, you probably remember. I don't know
if it's repressed memories?
Yeah.
But we're assuming that that's what they were hiding from.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been the spiders.
True. It could have been different at that point in time.
Yeah.
That
Victor
Well,
does
no,
not
but like I
remember.
said in my
Yeah.
theory earlier is that like if the monsters didn't get created turn into those monsters until Victor is the last survivor,
Right.
there could have been a previous version that we haven't, like maybe a more primal version we haven't seen yet, and that's God, that would be so. That's probably why she was shook. She was expecting to see spiders or like whatever it is, and you said she sees like zombie people, and she's like, "What? This is not like what I thought. I knew everything. I don't."
If you guys see these interviews, like tag us on social media so we can see them. And, I'll be looking for them, obviously. And also, we really want to get a cast member on or a background actor. And we also want to be background actors ourselves.
Yeah, we want to be zombies.
So if you could just
We're spiders.
flood people that are on the show or the show itself. If you like us, like, subscribe, all that stuff. But if you like us, we're trying to get somebody on. And, I think we could do a good job with that, and I think I could be a background actor.
You could be new Smiley.
That's really good.
Xander has seen Randall 3 times in real life.
I'm not going to say where, because I'm pretty sure I know kind of where he lives. Not like the spot, but the area, because I keep seeing him in the same area.
That. We want him to come on the show.
Just
Only one of the 3 was at his house.
Hey man, I know where you live.
Hey man, listen.
Just show up to his house. Hey, do you want to be on this video? We're recording right now.
Yeah, I know you live on the 3rd floor, but I was just watching you through your window.
I know that the last 2 digits of your code are 21. What are the first 2?
Yeah. So yeah, if you guys like us, support us, try to get somebody on the show for us. Just bother people on social media until they say yes. It'll happen. I'll do it after the season. I don't care. I'll do it 2 months from now. I don't care. I want to talk to somebody because I love this show. It's my favorite show on TV right now. Severance is right there, but they've taken forever to make a season. So, it would be I'd be honored to talk to someone involved in this show. So help us out, please. All right. That's what we got for this one. We'll see you for episode 8. And then we got a couple more theory videos. We might start doing 2 theory videos a week while it gets towards the end of it, because I want to talk as much as I can about the show. And we're going to do a huge live stream before the finale drops. So that'll be Saturday night before the finale drops, probably from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern time, something like that, guys.
Yeah.
Probably.
Something like that. Yeah.
So yeah, get ready for that. Subscribe, like, all that shit. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Later.
Peace.